Sorry, I thought I hit the button. I was starting the show without you guys. Welcome, welcome. I got a late start to the day. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Getting killed will do that to you. But welcome, welcome. It's good to have you. Have you as a viewer, audience member, as a panelist, a chat participant. So in honor of, yikes, see what's happening? The inauguration yesterday. Come on, you stupid hat. It's Ugly Hat Day. If you come on panel, try to bring an ugly hat with you. This is in honor of Melania, sorry, and her ugly ass hat that she had on yesterday at the inauguration of all things. I think she's the mole. I think she's trying to sabotage his campaign already. So anyway, yeah, we're here to celebrate everything ugly today. Hats, first ladies. I wish this would stay on my fucking head. I actually had a different one, but then I saw this one on the hat rack in the house. I guess it's my roommate's. I may have to switch it up though, because it doesn't want to stay on. I tried to get one where you can't see my eyes. You know, like Melania. Melania, why do I keep calling her Melanin? Anyway, what's happening in the news? Let's look. Oh, and I'm also eating lunch in the middle of my stream. His executive orders, his first day in the White House. Oh my God, there was a fire in Turkey. 66 people killed at a ski resort. Oh, Lord. Oh, and some J6ers got out of prison. The Oath Keepers. And the Proud Boy leaders. And I guess that's it. That's all the news I could take. Between that game and the real life. Let's look at his 26 executive orders. I thought they were supposed to be hundreds. Let's see. He ended birthright citizenship, paused refugee admissions, designated certain cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, reinstated the Remain in Mexico policy, and called for increased vetting and screening of migrants entering. I don't know why we were doing all this already. I don't understand the Democrats' thinking on the border situation at all. So this all sounds very sensible. An executive order recognizing only two sexes, male and female. We are a bimodal species. Ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government. I did see that one the other day. Let's look at that one in detail. Wait, that's not the one. Hang on. Where is the DEI order? He rescinded Biden's, the one Biden did, which that's exactly what I figured he would do. Guts, they call it guts, DEI programming. God, why is it so hard to find information? Anyway, it's something like, I saw it the other day. They have 60 days to remove it from their policy. Chief diversity officer positions are eliminated. Grants and funding based on DEI are gone. I wish he could do it at the state level. The FBI confirmed it has closed its DEI office. Why can't I get the order itself? Why is it so hard to find the order? I'm seeing reactions to the order. I'm seeing interviews about the order. I can't find the details of the order itself. Would not that be the kernel of the news and everything else? I'm not having a good day. I died in that disco game, and it just went down from there. No, I am having a great day, actually. I have some news. Listen to this, people. Finally, how does Trump dance? His little. Here is my news. The interview I went on last week, they offered it to me, and I accepted. So it's going to be about 3 weeks before it starts, but I am officially almost employed again. It's part time. It's retail, but I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to re-enter the workforce. So that is some. It's a retail job, local retail job. It's not the fry station, but it'll do. It'll suffice. What this means for the stream, I'm still here the next 3 weeks. Although tomorrow I have an appointment. The stream tomorrow is going to be pushed back an hour or two because I'll be out and about. But it means at some point in 3 weeks, when I get my actual work schedule, which is going to be, it's going to change week to week. I'm going to have to shift the show. I probably will not be able to do these daytime streams anymore. So it's going to look more like an evening, late afternoon or evening stream. So I'll figure it out when it gets here. So yeah, hopefully we get some ugly hats on panel today. Um, I'm so frustrated at trying to find the details of this order. I typed in Trump DEI executive order, and I'm getting all kind of fluff articles, fluff pieces about it. I'm not getting the actual order. Ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs. Okay. Shall coordinate the determination of all DEI mandates, policies, programs, preferences, and activities in the federal government under whatever name they appear. Shall review and revise as appropriate all existing federal employment practices, union contracts, and training policies, or programs to comply with this order. Federal employment practices, including performance reviews, shall award individual initiatives, skills, performance, and hard work, and shall not under any circumstances consider DEI or DEIA factors. The A is accessibility, goals, policies, mandates, or requirements. Terminate to the maximum extent allowed by law all DEI, DEIA, and environmental justice offices and positions, including but not limited to Chief Diversity Officer. All equity action plans. Remember that series I did on all those strategic plans, action plans that all these federal departments were starting to set up as a response to Biden's equity initiative? All that's gone, gone, bye, poof. Equity actions, initiatives, or programs, equity-related grants or contracts, and all DEI performance requirements for employees, contractors, or grantees. This is like nuclear bomb level removal. Um, there's more. Federal contractors who have provided DEI training or training materials, Federal grantees who receive federal funding to provide or advance DEI or environmental justice programs. Here, I'll put the order. Y'all can read it. You think it will? I have others. This is the one that, if it stays on my, oh shit, it broke the link up. Anyway, you know what? Y'all have fucking Google. You can search it yourself if you're that interested. God damn. All right. Um, Thank you, Not Loss. I've never felt more complimented by you. I wanted to do something in honor of the inauguration. You know me. I'm very patriotic. So, anyway, I found it on Ballotpedia has it. So just Google Ballotpedia Trump DEI order. It'll pull it up. And oh, really? Yeah, I'd love to see some statistics on that and what metrics you're using for educated. I don't care what color they are or what gender they are, as long as they can do the job the best. Thanks, Helena. It's not supposed to be nice. It's supposed to be ugly. Um, but I'll take it. I'll take it in the spirit it was intended. And if you have an ugly hat to share with us, come on up. It's a it's a new era here in the United States. That doesn't mean they're educated. I'm educated. I don't go to college. I hated college. That shows people that equate education with college. That shows your level of education right there. Because I will put my education against anybody's in college nowadays. I will take on all the black women, the white men, the gays, the transes, the queers, anybody. Let's go. We'll see who's smarter than a fifth grader. I was at a thing last week, and somebody was giving a talk on what adults could learn from fifth graders, and they were describing the characteristics of fifth graders. And as they were going through the list, I was thinking, I do that. Wait, I do that too. Wait, that sounds like me. Wait, like everything he was describing described me. I think I'm still at a fifth grade level, maybe socially, emotionally. But it was stuff like they're honest, they don't sugarcoat things. If you try to tell them facts, they're skeptical and they ask a bunch of questions. Um, they don't try to spare your feelings, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I do all that. And how adults learn how to like be indirect and read the room and not push too hard with their curiosity, and how to spare people's feelings, and how we could all like look at fifth graders as a way to unlearn that. Well, I use the best because my assumption, and maybe I'm the crazy one that needs to be locked up in a mental ward for this, but I assume that a business wants to be the best at what they do so they can outcompete all the other businesses. So I assume they want the most intelligent, capable, competent, hardworking people that are going to add to their business, increase their ability to compound wealth, and help their business compete against all the other businesses. Like that seems like I seem to be in a minority. Is that a crazy position to take? That a company would want the best talent that it could get? So that's why I used the best because I thought that was just a baseline level assumption for business. At least it was in my generation, or it seemed to be. Like I said, I'm very ignorant of this stuff. I'm not corporate. I don't know how businesses work. I have a sole proprietor business of my own, which means it's just me. And I definitely want the best talent. That's why I hired myself. I'd love the best clients too, if I could get them to show up. and apply for services. But yeah, that's why like not, when you say not even the best, it makes me think that businesses are like willing to lower their standards for some reason. Oh yeah. Um no, but I assume that the military requirements are there for certain reasons. And if they're there for reasons and those requirements are needed for those reasons, then you shouldn't lower them because then we have people that can are less able to meet the requirements that were there for a specific reason, like fighting the enemy. All right, so what else do we have going on today? Um, I think that's it. Ugly hats and the reign of DEI is over, at least in the federal government, which makes me wonder if Washington State's going to double down. Although Washington State, the governor did sign an order, the outgoing governor. They're going to skills-based hiring. So unless it's required by law, um, I think they have until like July or something to implement this, but all job positions, job announcements in the state, anybody looking to hire employees, they are not allowed to require a degree. They are not allowed to require a driver's license unless it's needed for the job. They are not required they are not allowed to require a certain number of years of experience. It is strictly skills based. They can say what skills are needed to do the job, and then the applicants have a range of options they can use to demonstrate that they can perform those skills. And that is the only criteria that you can hire on is can this person do the job? You can use things like a degree and you can use your years of experience as one of those things that show that you have the skill set, but they can't require it. And I was resistant to it at first because it did come from Washington State, and I don't trust them. They're ideological. But the more I think about it, that would actually help me get around a lot of the barriers that I encounter looking for work and other neurodivergent people. Because we don't go through, a lot of us don't go through the traditional paths. We don't have the credentialing. We don't have the degrees. We don't have the years of experience. But we can often do the job as good or sometimes better than all the other employees competing for it. And so now if it focuses that spotlight on just our ability, I think that's going to help us. Damn it, I'm going to have to switch hats. I was trying to get the ugliest one I could find. And good vibes to you too, Shift. I guess I see I don't know fashion. I don't know what's ugly. This was ugly to me when I saw it hanging on the rack. I said, "Oh my God, I would be caught dead in a hat like that unless I was doing a stream about ugly hats." Um, I don't know. I could try it. Uh, um, the good thing about having a job now is I don't have to go on interviews anymore, or apply, or look at job boards or anything like that. I can still do it if I want, like if I decide I want something better than this little part-time job, but at least it's not a high priority now. I can do it at my leisure. Hat crime. Well, you know what? You need to go after our first lady first because she started this yesterday. And I tried to pick a hat where you can't see my eyes. And if I take the headphones off like this one meets that requirement. And I actually like this better. Maybe I'll just stream like this today. Can y'all hear me? I can't hear any of you, but y'all are not really. No one's on panel yet. This looks a lot better, but with the big cans, I have to put it the other way. So I tried to get one like her, where she was hiding her beautiful, radiant, beaming eyes. Her face is full of life and emotion. Yeah, I agree. It looks better too, but we. Hey, TA. Hey, TA. I saw you the other night on with that DK guy on one of the streams, that conspiratard. Oh my God, you were hilarious. You were cracking me up. I was rolling off of my couch. Oh, that's a good idea. Hang on. You mean like this? Yikes. Hang on. I got you. The problem is they fall off because this is as tight as they can go. But this could work. I feel like an old lady. We'll try this. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna upgrade. God damn, I just got the job. I haven't even started yet. It starts in 3 weeks. Happy.
Hello.
What do you? We're not gonna see your hat, are we? If we
No,
were to imagine what hat you had on right now, what would we be imagining?
I mean I would be wearing some sort of iridescent cowgirl hat too.
Oh, okay. Oh, cowgirl.
Yeah, grrr.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, and whatnot.
cow gay. What?
Mm. Well, congratulations on your gig. I just heard about
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm kind of excited.
I'm kind of excited for you.
The search is
But
over.
yay. Well, I just wanted to, come up here and say enjoy your channel while you have it because I'm gonna be taking it down.
From what? Why come? What for what?
Why
How?
come? Because of your hat crimes. Your hateful hat
Well,
crimes.
give it your best shot. People worse than you have tried, and I'm still here.
Who's worse than me? Good.
If anything, that
That's
game that
hilarious.
Outlaws sucked me into might beat it.
Look at my mustache.
Oh,
I
let me
can do all
see.
sorts of
Let's get
things.
a closer look at you. Are you
Yeah.
smoking? That's so bad for you.
Yeah.
Did you know David Lynch just died of that? How are
I
you going to carry on
mean,
his legacy if you're not okay either?
well, look at you trying to pretend that there's people worse than me. Look, living on the edge.
Yeah, it's crowded on that edge.
So is this a crime of fashion or passion or what? What's up?
I hope so. It's
Okay.
my outlaw hat.
How come you don't like curl the edges and give it a little bit of oomph?
I'll tell you why. Because it's not my hat, and I'm
Ah,
wearing it. I'm being an outlaw by even wearing it because I took it off of the hat rack in the other room. I don't even know who it belongs to, so I actually don't even have permission to have it on. I'm being a
oh
rebel.
my word. You don't live solo dolo.
I don't. I have a roommate, and
Oh, okay.
they have like a little gaming group, and a lot of them are in theater. So there's
Theater.
all kind of like costumey junk around here. So I don't know if it comes from one of the friends or the roommate himself, or so I don't want to. I don't know
How
whose
long
hat I would be destroying.
how long would it take for you to come back on screen in a full costume?
You mean this one doesn't count?
No, that's that.
Oh, okay. I don't have a costume. I have my Satan stuff. That's it.
No, but you have access to this whole,
Oh yeah.
costume.
I don't really. I don't know. I'd have to go look. I know they have a trench coat, like a detective trench coat.
Oh my gosh.
My old roommate before he moved out, he won the
Mm,
Elvis contest. He's the new Elvis for the town. They do
mm,
an Elvis contest every year. So there was a big Elvis outfit.
mm.
And then I have my
I,
cultist robe.
I wonder, what if you put your headphones on over the hat? Could it support it?
Probably not. I could try. Ah, no. Like this? No.
Makes it worse.
God, so you are a saboteur. What are you trying to get me
Yeah,
to do here? You are trying to get me to lose my channel,
that's right.
or
Yeah.
at least subscribers or audience.
Yeah. Can you do an improv rap real quick?
I don't know how to rap. Up. Grab your hat. Look like Melania. Come on stream and let's get this party on ya.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with like insomnia or something, because
Insomnia, you giving me
woke.
insomnia. Thank you, Ricardo. Um, Maybe you have
Oh,
one you could share with us.
listen up to what we're about to say. We're about to tell you about this hat on this very day.
See, this is why I don't rap.
Oh shit, my agent's calling me. I've gone too far. All right, have fun with your stream. I'll talk to you later.
Take
Congrats
care.
again. Okay, bye.
Happy. All right. Wow. She's like a little shot of something in the arm. She really lifts my day up, or side somewhere, some kind of direction. I'm so disoriented now. I have other hats. Um, See, this was the one I was going to originally wear, but then I saw this gay sparkly thing, and I said, "Wow, it's even uglier." But I also have. Let me pull up my little hat collection. Ah, this one y'all seen before, Army. That's not very ugly. In fact, I'm quite proud of that hat. Um, oh, here's one. This is not an ugly hat. It's actually quite a cool hat. I almost feel ashamed wearing it on Ugly Hat Day, but hang on. Look at this. There you are. Look at this cute little hat. Do y'all know what this is? Um, it came from Kazakhstan. I had a friend that lived, he studied there for a semester or two, and he brought it back for me as a souvenir. It's what the manly men in Kazakhstan wear this. So there you go. It's a very masculine hat look, at least over there. And I also have NYPD, not ugly, also manly. And this is one of my favorites, Bubba Gump. This hat supposedly was actually worn in the Forrest Gump movie. They had several of these hats made. This was on Tom Hanks' head, and they raffled them up off at the premiere. Like when they screened, what's it called, Bubba Gump, Forrest Gump in Hollywood. And my brother's friend's dad is this attorney, and he was over there, and he won one of them, and he brought it back to Louisiana, and his son left it at my brother's house, and it's been with the family ever since. The family being me. But here is I think this one. Actually, y'all have to help me decide if this is ugly or cool. We'll take a look. I'm going to go off camera and come right back. Now, before you judge, I know I look like an old lady going fishing. If you look closely, y'all, it has skulls and all kind of punk stuff on it. Look at this. It says, what does it say? Rock. Look. This is the coolest hat. Y'all know where I got it? And look, the skulls have little pink bows on their head. Look how cool this hat is. I know y'all are jealous. I know you all want one. We'll have to find a way to merch this. Um, I want to tell you where I got it, but I'm actually trying to remember. It came in a like a Easter basket. You know how they have those baskets that are wrapped in cellophane and they have little toys and candy and shit. It came in one of those. It was like it from the Dollar Tree or something. It's a little cheap ass hat. It probably cost 50 cents. That came in some kind of weird gift basket wrapped in cellophane. I love it. I think I'm going to keep this one on. At least I can use my headphones and hide my eyes. I do like the putting the headphones on my neck though. Yeah, I think this works for now. So there we go. What's up with y'all? I was hoping to see some hats from you guys. Monster High. Is that what it is? Monster High. Is that it's Monster High? Hang on. All right. Monster High doll logo. I'll be damned. That is what it looks like it, huh? What is Monster High? Oh wow, it's these little dolls. Yikes, what am I wearing? This looks more gay than the pink cowboy hat. I need to get some new antlers. Maybe I'll get some gay antlers with sparkles and glitter. Look, this is kind of cool actually. Very feminist, I love women. I support women. So this is Monster High. It's all these little doll creatures. Okay. Suddenly I want the sparkly pink cowboy hat back again. Well, we'll do Monster High for a little while. I know. I get. Well, you know what? Now, hey, I'm working now. That will make the antlers a lot easier to acquire. Actually, I'm not working now. I'm working in. I start in 3 weeks. Well, my dad's a cowboy. I come from cowboys. There was plenty. I went to school with cowboys. Like in our school, the rodeo team was more popular than the football team. Like the cheerleaders would date the captain of the rodeo team, and the big nightclub in our town that everybody goes to is called Cowboys. It's a dance club, and they play country music and dance music. And the football team of the college I went to was the Cowboys. So yeah, I guess I have um, plenty of experience with cowboy butts. Yeah. Wrangler jeans. That's what all the guys growing up wore to school. Wrangler jeans and the cowboy boots. And what was that nightclub Gillies in Texas? They had Gillies t-shirts. And Hank Williams, the not the old one. Was it Bocephus? Him. All right. Well, it's this has been a mixed day. I experienced video game death. It was very traumatic because it came out of nowhere. Oh yeah, Conway Twitty. I remember I remember him. Mike, were you here that day when that lady came up and told her Conway Twitty story? I think she met Conway Twitty or got his autograph or something. It was a wild story. I forgot who it was. And we have ugly hats and death and but we also have a oh, was that her? Was that who it was? Oh. We also have a working Jeff again. I may be jumping the gun. I don't actually start until 3 weeks, so I don't want to. I better not say anything more about it and curse it. But I was offered a job today that I accepted, and DEI. We're free. It's like a 9 to 5 when they're chained to their typewriters in Lily Tomlin's fantasy, and the chains come off at the end, and the choir starts singing, and the door opens up, and the lights start shining through. That's what it feels like. Except if you live in Washington State, it's still everywhere up here. So, all right. Well, no, Craigslist doesn't do personals anymore. They haven't done it in a while. They ended that. Remember when they did they passed some trafficking law, and what was that website that had to shut down? Not Pornhub. I forgot it. But all the personals websites got paranoid, and they all like Craigslist completely removed its personal section. Thanks, Kane. You're not supposed to love it. It's supposed to be ugly. It's what is it? School of Rock, Rock Doll, Rock Monster, Monster High. But I think I'm gonna switch back to the real hat. The original. Backpage, that's the one. Backpage. So when Backpage shut down, Craigslist took all their personals off. Now it's harder and harder to find the manly men's. I had very successful luck with Craigslist. I'm sorry I'm sorry to have lost it. It was a good opportunity. All right, I have to eat my lunch too. Man, what an awkward way to stream today. Hope y'all can hear me at least. There. Okay, well I've been going for over half an hour, almost 40 minutes. I'll go a little while longer, but if I don't get a panel today, I'm going to wrap it up. Um, Tomorrow I have an appointment in the morning, in like a real life appointment. So I don't think I'll be back in time for the stream. So it'll be an hour or two later than usual. But I should be by Thursday I should be back on track. All right, that's that. Hairless cowboy. Let's giddy up. I like hairless. Dude, I got hair. I've done plenty of chesties and look, got hair. And we did the panel dance. I did the panel dance shirtless. It's somewhere on my channel. Me and Moose and Jesse and Angeline. There's there's not a lot of cowboys. You think it would be because it's all lumberjacky and everything, but it's really they hate country up here because they associate it with rednecks. I'm not lies. No way. I died. I'm not going through all that work again. If I could start it at the point like just before I died, I would consider it. But I am not going to talk to all those Karens all over again. And those miserable little shit kids. uh, Thank you, my dear. I try. I guess it's better than looking like a hoe. I'll be living the pimp lifestyle soon when I start my glorious retail job. Kane, you could probably get away with it. Like I think like most females I think could get away with wearing this like just very casually out in public. No, it is not. No, it is not. Tell me about it. They have in New Orleans they had a store, a pimp store. It was like a local clothing store and they had the big hats, the suits. They didn't have the goldfish shoes. But I love going in there. It was like walking back in time to the 70s. There's no men around here to to have there's no hearts to be broken. I kind of wish there were. I would revel in breaking a few hearts. Actually, I hate breaking hearts. I really do. I hated being the one that had to break up. But that's the point of dating. You never know until you give it a try a few times. And then you realize, yes, this is a person I want to continue to spend time with, or no, this is not going to work. And it doesn't take me long. 2 or 3 dates is all it takes me to figure out. And a lot of times I get very attached early. And I end up being the one that realizes that there's not a future in this. We're better off as friends. And I'm the one that ends up having to break up and break their heart. And I absolutely hate being that person, being in that position. And I hate the pain that, like, having to see them go through that pain. Actually, Mike, and I've told this story before, so I guess I can share it here. Um, a pimp cup. I need a pimp cup. I might have one somewhere. When I was in New, I was it Mardi Gras 2000? I think it was somewhere like 2000 or something like that. Maybe 2000, 2001. It would have been. Wait, let me get my timeline right. 2000. Mardi Gras 2000. Hey Nancy, Happy New Year. Um, I was on Bourbon Street for Mardi Gras partying, and yeah, I'm a bead whore. I will tell you right now, I will do anything for bees. I've stolen a baby because if you have a baby on your shoulder, they will pelt you with. They will throw entire armfuls of beads at you. I will knock old ladies out of the way to get the beads. But another thing I did for beads, I still have it. It was a light up bead. It was battery powered. Um, they had the Mardi Gras cams. It was like a guy he was like a professional cameraman, and he was going around filming scenes in New Orleans, and then they were feeding him back to a live stream that the viewers on the other end could pay for to watch. And I really liked his necklace, and he said if I let him film me, he would give it to me. Film me for his live cam, his like triple X live cam feed. And so I let him. I was standing on Bourbon Street, and I kind of, pulled my jeans back a little bit and let him get in there with his camera, and just a few seconds really, and then I got my bead, and I still have it, and it still lights up. The same battery from 2000 still works. But now you have to understand though, at Mardi Gras, especially on Bourbon Street, and this was the gay part of Bourbon Street. That is kind of normal. It might sound weird to people that don't know New Orleans or not used to New Orleans, but something like that happening in New Orleans, that's probably one of the more tame stories from that Mardi Gras. Wait, what? You mean he wasn't from here? He was like a foreigner pretending to live in America? I really don't. Oh, thanks. Yes, I forgot to pin the link. Hang on. Maybe that's why I didn't get enough ugly hats. All right, let me drop it again and get it pinned. There y'all go. Okay. I'm telling you, I have garbage bags full of beads. I only took one with me to come up here, but back in Louisiana, like growing up in the attic, We had it big, giant, hefty bag, lawn and leaf bags, just full of beads. Cause just from one Mardi Gras, from one season of Mardi Gras, you can get so much beads, and they just accumulate over the years. Mm. All right, the link is pinned if you want to come and show off your ugly hats, or your fashionable hats, the ones you're proud of. We'll take any kind of hats today. This is really just in honor of our First Lady Melania and her. She inaugurated something special yesterday. I didn't even know who she was at first. I was like staring at the inauguration. She definitely was attention getting, but I'm like, who is that lady? She's so out of place with that hat. And then I realized who I was looking at. All you could see was this part of her. They do. And I'm going to tell you a secret too. If you're in Mardi Gras, if you're if you find yourself in New Orleans for Mardi Gras and you want a bunch of beads, the truck parades are the best place to get the beads. And that is after any of the main parades, after all the floats pass. At the end of the parade, when it's over, they let ordinary people join the parade in like their pickup trucks, and they'll make signs or they'll decorate their pickup truck, and it's called the truck parade, and it's like the homemade grassroots version of Mardi Gras. So if you wait for the main parade to pass and the truck parade to start, those truck parade people throw beads like crazy. They throw candy, they throw beads, they play like hip hop and music from the back of their trucks. They are so much fun. They will interact with you. They are so happy to be in that parade and to be interacting with the revelers. So that's where I love the truck parade. So always stay after the main parade's over. Always stay for the truck parade afterwards because it's you're gonna get a whole different vibe from the truck parade. Hello, do you have a hat
Hello.
for us?
No, I don't.
Ah,
I have plenty of hats, but I have this privacy thing that I'm into.
well,
So,
if we had to imagine you in an ugly hat,
hmm
what would we see?
well, the one I wear during the winter, it's like do you know how people used to fox hunt in the UK? They used to fox hunt
Oh yeah, like the fancy people.
the fancy people. Yeah. Yeah, so I have one like that.
Look like a little. It's like a little bowler hat.
Yeah, it has a brim too.
Hmm.
Yeah. hmm
Oh, okay, yeah. That I think that would qualify.
I have a couple of those. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Um, they look really nice on me. And hey, Jeff, I never been to New Orleans during Mardi Gras, but I've been to New Orleans. Um, and the one thing that struck me is that it's like, what's with all the pralines?
Oh
The
yeah, the
pecans.
candy.
Yeah, the pecans that are sugar, they're
Mm-hmm.
coated.
The
Yeah,
pecan
I got a
praline.
yeah, they one time I got a pork chop there and it was like coated in pralines, and I'm like, it was good. It was good. I'm not complaining, but I'm like, God, you guys really like these
Oh,
nuts. It's
a praline pork chop. Wow.
yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was good, but all the every other shop they like, if they sold them, so it's like I guess you guys have a lot of pecan farms down here. I don't know, but yeah, lots of pecans. Yeah,
Yeah, we had them growing. My grandma had several pecan trees in her yard, and they would just fall
really.
on the ground, and we would like if you walked around barefoot, you would step on them, and we would always go and pick the pecans and shell them.
Well, yeah, I guess they're in abundance down there, but the hat thing. Mm, hats. I like hats. I like them very much. Now, how does it make you feel? Why do the beads? What makes you feel like you have to collect the beads?
I don't know. It's a spirit that takes over. You get into a bead frenzy, and like 'cause it's all these beautiful floats, and a lot of them have lights, and all these fancy people. Sometimes they have celebrity grand marshals. Like I saw Whoopi Goldberg one year, Cyndi Lauper, Bruce Willis, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and they're all waving at. They're just like right there in front of you waving, and you
Yeah.
get caught up in the spirit, and people are just throwing stuff off these floats, and you just want the beads. You want as many beads around you as you can get, and I come
Wow.
loaded with beads. After the parades are over, I'm just dripping with beads. I have probably like hundreds of beads on me.
Wow. Yeah.
And
So,
when I last, before I moved here, I lived 5 blocks from the parade route, and I went to 21 parades in about 2 or 3 weeks. They had one almost every night, sometimes two or three a night. And I would just walk to every single parade that was passing. And I collected so many beads.
wow. Um, was it really hard to move from Louisiana to Washington State?
It was. I knew that I would be giving up the
Mm.
food and
Yeah.
the people. And
Right.
that the food I can adjust to. I'm not that much of a picky eater. Well, I'm a picky eater, but I can I'm okay on the food. It's the people. It's so hard being away from those
Yeah.
kind of people.
Uh-huh. I understand. Yeah. I was just talking to somebody, and I had to admit, I'm Italian. Okay. So Italians, we have this word, we call it medicon,
What is
medicon,
it?
medicon.
How's that spelled?
Probably MED, it's slang. MEDICON.
Okay,
Good luck on
Medicon.
finding the etymology. It's very slang. But, my grandparents were immigrants and my parents were raised by immigrants, so, you know, um, and I was trying to explain to somebody what that meant, and they're like, "Oh, that sounds derogatory." It's like, no, not really. It's just that we hate a lot of people's taste in food, a lot. So, so when somebody goes into an Italian restaurant and they order pasta and they order a side dish of risotto, we're absolutely disgusted by it. It's like you ordered two starches. What are you doing?
Oh my God, are you a storch snob? A food snob?
No, a food snob? Oh, gosh, I never thought of it that way. Maybe a little. I don't know. Maybe a little. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, if somebody, I don't know, why would you do that though? Why would you order a plate of risotto and then order a plate of pasta? Why would you
I
do
don't
that?
know.
Yeah,
Is the
order a
pasta to
protein or
go with the
something.
meal and the risotto like a side, maybe?
No, risotto is the main dish.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you should order a protein or a side salad or something, or, so yeah. Yeah.
And so that's
So,
considered
culture.
Medicon?
Yeah. Yes. And I never get to use that word, but my elders used to use it a lot. And it was just for stupid things like that. It wasn't really, it wasn't that contemptible. It was just like, why are they eating? That's not real fettuccine. This is fettuccine. Just for things like that,
Uh-huh.
food, you know. So I don't know. So, oh, there's my little, yeah, there's a little bit of culture. Like,
Medicon. Okay, yeah, I'll have to.
yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
really
there's
hard to
plenty of
find that word.
occasion to use that on here.
Yeah. But I can see somebody from Louisiana going to another place and saying, "Oh, the food's not that good." I could totally see that. I could
Especially here, the Northwest palate. I think just the West Coast palate in general is so bland.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
went to every Southern restaurant, every Cajun restaurant I could find when I first moved here, and every single one of them cooked to the palate up here. So even though it was Southern food, it was not seasoned like Southern food because they can't heavily season anything up here and keep
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah, I used to live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Okay, so their palates are so dull. There was a joke. It's like, what is a spice rack in Lancaster? And they said it's salt, pepper, and allspice. And they just have really dull palates. So yeah, I know what you're saying. I
Yeah,
totally know what you're saying.
I've adjusted myself to the food up here. I know where to set my expectations.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, but I don't know. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, what's it like there? Is it really cold there now?
It wasn't today. It was like below freezing the last couple of days. We had a lot of frost on the ground. But today was actually warm. I didn't need my hat or gloves or anything.
Oh,
The sun was out. But in Louisiana it snowed. They got a huge snowstorm. Everybody's been posting Facebook pictures all day. They got like eight
oh,
inches of snow.
oh, it's been snowing every day here, but you know, I don't know. Also, they just did the locks. They redid the locks on my door in this apartment, and they gave me new keys, and they better work because if they don't, I'm going to be really pissed off.
Oh, you're gonna be locked out in the cold.
Yeah, yeah, that'll really piss me off if these keys don't work.
Yeah,
And I
you'll have to
waited for
try
them
them
all
before
day.
you go, before you lock.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, well, if I get locked out from the exterior door, I'm gonna have to buzz somebody randomly. And it's like, come get me, come get me. Open the door. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know. I'm very much a pessimist. So
Oh,
I'm used to people changing things and then me going, okay, this is not going to work. I know this is not going to work. And yeah, I'm very pessimistic.
is
So
that from experience?
yeah,
Uh,
yes, it
Someone
is.
is wondering what your views on Helena Blavatsky are.
Not much. I used to read her work. I read most of her work. Some of it is nice, very creative, but I think she was like an occultist version of Billy Ocean.
Of
And
who?
Billy Ocean, you know, Ocean's 11?
Oh, I thought you meant the singer, Caribbean Queen.
No, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. But no, that's the character's name in the movies.
Oh,
In other words, I think she was like half real, half con
half
artist.
grifter.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What's up? Is it cold? It looks
It's
frosty. Why are
Is that
you?
about
is that
probably
Mike?
about 30. Yeah, how you doing? Probably about 35. Look, dude, I put on my vintage pea coat. You know what a pea coat is? A pea
I'm
coat.
looking at one now. Is it? It looks like velvet or something. Like
It's a vintage U.S. Navy pea coat. It's all
wow.
wool. Yeah,
So you've
it's
been
old.
you like hanging out outside in the
Yeah,
bushes
I like.
in the cold?
Yeah, I like. And it's funny because like, what's the? Not you, Jeff. What's the problem with someone going out? Apparently now I'm homeless.
Hmm?
Oh no, I
Dude,
don't think you.
no, not
Because the
you,
other
not you.
day
Someone
you
else is.
came indoors and started
Yeah.
streaming indoors from your same spot,
Yeah,
so I don't think you're
of course. But
homeless.
someone's going around saying, "Well, he's homeless. He lives in a tent."
You know
What,
how they
dude?
do. You know how they like to make up.
Dude, these are the stupidest people I've ever seen in my life, and I don't even get upset. It just for people to run with these elementary narratives is crazy to me. Sorry, I'm not going on for a rant,
Because I
but
think they know they have an audience for it. Like, there's the
it's
people
sad.
here will
It's sad
believe
that
anything.
yeah. I got to the bottom of a lot of these trolls. I'll talk to you maybe eventually backstage on some of
Okay.
these
Oh,
trolls. But I do have information on all the trolls that like were coming after me and you. I have all the info.
Oh,
So
interesting. Yeah, I've heard a few
yeah,
things myself.
yeah, I
We'll
have
have
I
to
have
compare
quite a bit of
notes.
info. Yeah, and it's
that
all coming
frightens
from
me. There are
one.
people after you? There are people
Oh
after
yeah,
you?
oh yeah, whole
Oh,
channels. Helena,
Yeah,
there's like
why?
6 or 7
they make hate
channels about.
videos. They all kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
What?
and
What's that?
yeah, Helena, they alter my face. They make me obese. I
Oh,
mean, they make me like tiny. So yes, real quick, I'm Jeff's height. I'm 6'3". I'm about 205 pounds. I'm not obese. I'm not ugly. I don't have a big nose. I have hair. They have pictures of me with hair, but then they put me with that is bald. So like, did my hair fall out in a month? I don't. It's all I'm trying to say is that
Yeah,
they are the most juvenile people I've ever seen, and it's comical to an extent, but then it also gets kind of aggravating. But if you look at these other channels, they have nothing to talk about. This is the new
yeah,
thing. So Helena, this is what they do, and Jeff knows this. They make sock accounts with your avatar, and they go into
uh-huh.
chats and talk crap about you. Like they make believe they're
Yeah, they
you, but it's not
impersonate
you.
you and try to
It's
start
not
pick
you.
fights with
Yeah.
people that you know.
And they make all of this crazy comments, and then they say, "Oh, see what he said? I was never there. That's not me. I wasn't there." But the weirdest
Oh,
thing though is that the picture altering. They take your picture, Helena, and they make your face all different. They make you different
yeah,
sizes.
I have seen that. And now it
Yeah,
disturbed me when
yeah,
that chick from 90210, she died.
Kate
yeah.
Shannon.
Doherty?
Yeah, she died. And
Mm,
they had a picture of her in a thumbnail and they altered her face. And it's like,
yeah,
why the fuck did you do that? Why
yeah.
that is so disrespectful. It's so,
I was.
and you know what? We weren't allowed to do. Okay, all right. So I used
Yeah,
to be a reporter, newspaper, and we weren't allowed to touch photos like that. And if we did, we immediately had to call it. We couldn't call it a photograph.
mm.
We had to bill it as art or something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Edited photo. It's like edited. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like
I
if
agree with
you
you.
edit
Yeah,
something, it's like that's
yeah,
not a photog. It's not a photo.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's disgusting, but you know.
But I've been through this for like what almost 3 years now, and literally, like I'll go on chats, and it's me, and I'm just like, "Hey, everybody, how's it going?" And as soon as I come into the chat, oh, they're like jumping off of balconies to attack me. It's like for a grown man over here, Jeff. Am I lying? They're like jumping off of balconies. It's like, but I'm super positive. I don't buy into the negativity. I used to be in the drama community. I left that community a long time ago. I left that community, what, Jeff, a year and a half ago? I left that community. I've
Oh, I
been
don't know
with
if
you
that
for
long.
like, Jeff, I've been with you for like over a year, on your panel, talking, fun and stuff like that.
Are those the
But it's like,
planes? I hear them.
yeah, that's the F-18s.
They're flying even today.
They're in the back. Yeah, they're flying. They fly 24/7. But it's just like people, they're dying for content. Have you noticed? Jeff,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure that you surf sometimes. And Helena,
I don't. I do
you
not watch these people
well,
at all. I
there
have
are
no
people
interest in
that
them.
used to be like besties. People like these to be besties, and now they're like entire channels. These are other people, not me. These are other. It's just like ripping them apart, and they go back and forth. And
You're right
then
about
if
the
you pay
content.
attention, yeah, they have
You're
nothing
right
to
about
talk
that.
about.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Look
So,
at
okay,
Jeff.
I'm not
Jeff
going
is.
to say who. I'm not going to say who.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say which people, but I like them,
Sure.
but it's like, why don't, okay, so like I listen to some people, they like to talk about pop culture. Okay, that's great. And they're like, oh, Star Wars. They
Mhm.
destroyed Star Wars. It's like, well, they did. They did. But if they didn't, they would have nothing to
Sure.
talk about if they would have nothing to talk about if they couldn't be negative about something. So it's because it's much harder to talk about something you like
Yes.
than than something you hate. So it's like that's their whole content.
Helena,
Yeah.
Helena, what was that old thing that used to say? People say it takes 3 times more muscles to smile than it does to frown. Do you remember that old adage?
Yeah, I think
Like,
so.
in
Yeah.
other words, the analogy is people want to be. It's easier to be negative than it is to be positive.
But these are not
Yeah.
normal
With
people.
their
These are
end.
these are very disturbed people. They're not healthy people. They're trying to
Yeah.
cause trouble and pain and suffering.
Yeah, I know. But
So if
but
you,
yeah, go ahead. Go.
I've never. I've never in my life. I'm almost 50 years old. Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
I've never had a grown man older than me, someone in their mid 50s, yelling, "I banged your mom." They know my mom is passed. I banged your mom. I banged her good. I dug her up from the grave. All I'm trying to
Oh,
say is that they would never say it to your face. They would never say
No,
that
of
to your
course
oh,
not. This
face.
is the
That's all I'm
this
trying to.
is YouTube trash. They're
Yeah,
anonymous. We
yeah,
know that these people are out there.
yeah.
It's like
It's
don't even
sick.
give
yeah,
them
It's really sick.
oxygen.
yeah.
It's sick comments. And and Jeff, I'm sorry I left the other day. It wasn't because I wasn't happy. I had to take care of finishing dinner. But no,
Yeah, you said you were doing chicken. How
I
did
know
that
that
turn out?
Zat. Yeah, I was. Oh, it came out, dude. I did drumsticks with the barbecue sauce with onions and potatoes. It came out amazing. It came out really good.
Hey, Mike.
Came out good.
Okay.
Came out good.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I was
Hmm.
I was trying to explain to Jeff what Medicon means. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Metacon?
Metacon. It sounds
It's
familiar. Now, are we
Italian.
Oh,
talking about
wow.
something like
Okay.
in Metacon?
I don't
It's
know.
not. It's not with the vaccines, is it? All right.
You know, like yeah, I don't know. I guess I was raised by older people, I guess. But they no, it's like when somebody I don't know, the scenario I gave Jeff, it was like if somebody goes into an Italian restaurant and they order pasta and then they order a side of
Hmm.
risotto. Well, that's what the hell? What the hell is that?
Hmm.
What are you, a Medicon or something?
You don't.
You
Yeah, you don't
you
order
never heard that word?
It's yeah, it's one or the other. Yeah,
When people do dumb shit, let me
I've
try to
heard.
see if I can.
Yeah,
It's mostly a foodie thing, I
Oh,
guess.
yeah,
But
what is the word that he said?
medic.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It looks like the Urban Dictionary has it.
really?
Oh, they're calling it Metagon, which is actually a
Medicon.
derivative of American.
Oh,
Armerde de
Mhm.
cane, meaning dog shit. Um,
what?
actually,
So
use this
I went
joke to
to
refer
I
to the
actually did some
American
stuff for the
food
church.
when somebody from the Italian family brought American food into an Italian home. So it's like saying, oh, like that's like the Americans. That's something the Americans would do.
Yeah, I guess that word
I went
came about. I don't know, like as somebody if you're not born in America, like the food thing, it's like I think that's how that word developed. You know, it's like, what the hell is this? What is this, a casserole? You brought a casserole to
yeah, yeah.
Metagon.
I was. It's funny because we know we drink coffee. We love coffee. I
Yeah.
went to church today to drop some stuff off because I drop off like if we have like old clothes that we don't wear, we drop it off to the church, and they give them out, kind of like the Goodwill. And one of the ladies is like, "Hey, Mike, you want some coffee?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure," because I love coffee. And she gave me a couple bags of Lavanza. It's the Italian coffee, but it's whole bean, and I don't have a grinder, so I had to
Mm,
research it. And yes, you can grind it in your blender. You have to know how to do the
hmm
pulse. You pulse it, and then you can grind them in your blender. But
hmm
that Italian coffee is so good. My goodness
hmm
gracious. I'll probably be up for like 3 days. I had like 3 or 4 cups. I'm like, woo! Yeah, that
That,
caffeine hits you.
I
that's
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
can't drink coffee anymore, and I love it. I love coffee, but I
yeah.
can't drink it anymore.
Oh my God,
Oh,
it's
why
so
not?
good.
Because you have to peel me off the ceiling.
Oh,
It's just
your
too much for my nervous
your
system.
nervous
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
good. But the taste, the
I know
flavor.
coffee is great. It's great,
I went.
but
I got some. Helena, I got some heavy cream, and I put a little heavy cream in the coffee. So it makes it real smooth. Oh
uh-huh.
my gosh, it's really good.
Oh, that
Good
sounds
stuff.
You
nice.
had it today. How
Yeah.
many have you had so far?
I had like 3 cups.
Oh, okay. I need to
Oh,
just
Yeah.
get
wow.
another pot.
Wow.
But it's like 8-ounce cups, like 8 ounce. Like it'd be like it'd be like a 24-ounce coffee from Wawa. Be like kind of like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Wawa.
Because
Yeah, I
when you have a
used to live
cup of
where they
when
had
you have a
Wawas.
cup of coffee at your house, like a mug is only 8 ounces, 8 to 9 ounces. So I mean, if you drink 3 of those, it's like drinking one of those really big ones from Wawa, one of those 24-ounce coffee.
Uh, okay.
What's
Yeah.
Wawa? Is that like an Italian Walmart?
No, no, it's not Italian. It's No, they're just these little I don't know, Mike, help me out here. It's like they're you can get gas, you can go inside, you can buy a sandwich that they'll make for you, and they're named after the bird,
What's
Wawa.
there's oh I need to look into this. Wawa
Yeah,
stores.
yeah, look it up. Yeah. They'd make a really nice sandwich for you. I mean, you know,
American chain of convenience stores. Oh, on the East
yeah, there you
Coast.
go.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Wawa Bird. Yeah, some of those convenience stores have some of the best food.
Yeah, yeah, they would make a really nice sandwich for you. And I worked odd hours because I worked for a I worked at night so that we could put out the morning newspaper. So my hours were a little odd for a long time. So sometimes I would go there. There was one right by like where I lived, and yeah, they would make a really nice sandwich for you. Yeah, and you could get gas.
Yeah.
And I think in places like Texas, they have what do they have? What are they called? Bucky's or something?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Bucky's.
Yeah, I think it's the equivalent to that. Yeah. So I don't know. Oh, Mike went away.
Yum. He does that. That happens. Oh, right, Luna. They have the creamers. Yes.
Yeah.
All the different flavors of cream. I used to eat those growing up at at the restaurants, like at Denny's and stuff. They had the little bowl of them on the table, and I would just drink them. They were so good.
Mm.
And I used to eat the non-fat creamer, the powder. I would just dip a big old spoon in there and eat it.
No, you know what? One time I ate a beef bouillon cube when I was a
Oh
kid.
my God, yes, I used to love those.
Yeah. I guess I like
You suck
salt.
on them. It's
Yeah.
like
I
one of them lasts like it goes a long way. You can sit there and sit through a whole TV show and just lightly suck on a bouillon cube.
yeah, no, the worst thing I did, I bit into a bar of baker's chocolate, which is really a bad idea. Yeah.
Really? We
Yeah,
were
it
talking
was
about
really
that the other day. I used to eat that, and everybody, somebody thought it was so weird that you would eat baker's chocolate.
well, it's really bitter.
Yeah.
And but like I remember one time I did that and I bit into it and I'm like, "Oh, bad idea." And what I did is I rewrapped it and put it in the refrigerator.
Because it's unsweetened. It's,
Yeah, it's unsweetened. Yeah. So, yeah, my parents probably found it and they're like, "What the hell? There's a bite out of this.
oh,
What?"
yeah, I
And they,
used to eat that.
but the bouillon cube, right on. Yeah.
But now they have this stuff called better than bouillon, and it's a little jar of you scoop it out with a spoon, so it's not in cubes anymore, and it's so good. It's like
Mm,
concentrate.
mm,
It makes really good broth. Like if you're sick and you need
yeah.
some good chicken broth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure I know what that is, but yeah. Yeah, it's like, what time is it? It's like 5. It's 11 after 5 here. Um,
Oh
what's it
wow.
like living in Washington State? What's that like?
It
Is the
depends on where you
seafood good?
live. Seattle is horrible. The
Oh,
smaller towns are a lot better. Like the really small towns in Washington are just as quaint and friendly as the ones in the South. So the small town life here is pretty decent. I'm in a mid-sized city, but it's the people are very standoffish. It's a lot of introverts. There's not a lot of social
mm-hmm.
enthusiasm or people are intimidated by conversation. So you really like when you're out and about, you really to yourself.
Hmm.
It's hard to interact with people here.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, everybody was so nice when I was in New Orleans. Um, I don't know, they're very friendly. And it was funny to me. Well, anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but everybody was friendly. So I just wondered, I don't know. I never lived in that part of the country before. So I just wondered what it was like, you know.
They're polite, but they're very polite. It's a real formal politeness. They're polite in the same way to everybody. It's not personal. Like kind of like when you go to Disneyland or like at the airport, everybody just smiles and says the same things over and over to each customer in a very polite way, but there's nothing, it's not necessarily directed to you as a person. That's how they are here. They're just very formal and polite. So you get the
Mhm.
impression as a visitor that, oh, this is a friendly city. But when you spend enough time and you pay attention to it, you realize that they're not really focused on you at all. It's just kind of a performance. In
Right.
New Orleans, we love people. Like they are very into. They love talking to people and meeting people and getting to know people. So it's really genuine down there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, also yeah, I know. I was really impressed with how nice everybody was. And I don't know. So yeah, and I did live in a place where the politeness was performance. So I know what that's like too.
Yeah, they're just going through it's a social ritual.
Yeah,
They don't really mean, they don't want you to get in a big conversation with them. They're just trying to move you along to the next person.
right. I have to tell you, I have this cat here, and I had her fixed, but she goes through residual um heat. She pretends like she's in heat, and she's doing that right now. So
Oh,
if you hear a cat making noises, that's her.
ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing, but yeah, she's like, it's like, calm down. What do you what- I had you done. I had you done. But no,
Did it work? Did they like fix her right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But she's still I don't know. I guess I went over a year before when you're supposed to do it, and they say sometimes they have the memory of feeling that way, and they but yeah, she's going crazy now. Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I've seen unfixed cats in that state.
Oh, yeah. But okay. So, what are you going to do for the rest of the day?
I don't know. Now that I died in that game, I'm done with that. So today I don't. I have a couple of appointments tomorrow. So today is kind of like my day to relax and not do anything. We'll probably watch stuff in the Discord later, Bex and I.
Hmm. Okay.
But that's about all I do in the evenings, if I do anything at all.
Right.
Now that I
Well,
know that I am going to be working soon, I have the next 3 weeks to kind of chill out, wind things up, transition to a more active lifestyle, kind of like winding up the summer vacation. Could
oh,
Dudley do right? You think so, Mr. B? I haven't seen. I thought they had. Aren't they? He's a Mountie. I
yeah.
think they're white and red, not pink.
They wear that red uniform, and their hats are
And
actually
they
kind of
always get their man,
they always get their man.
unlike me.
And hey, yeah, it's like that show Due South that was on in the late 80s. You remember that
What's it
guy?
called? Due South?
Due South.
I've never heard of it.
I loved it. It was great.
Let me check it up.
Yeah, check it out.
Oh, Canadian
Yeah.
crime drama,
Yeah. Well,
comedy drama.
it was set in Chicago, actually. So it was a fish out of water kind of thing. And so he came to Chicago, and he came with his trusted dog that was part wolf. And he was assigned partners with this cop who was like his, I don't know, I think his last name was Del Vecchio. So, like an Italian American. and he just had a different way of doing things, and like he would pick something off the ground and taste it, and then and then Del Vecchio was like, "Ew, why did you do that? That's disgusting."
I've
But
never
he
heard
he
of
had
it.
his own way of doing it. It was a great show. Yeah.
I'm looking it up now. I don't know how I missed it because it was on
Yeah, it was
CBS too.
great.
It was like a
Uh-huh.
partnership between Canada and CBS.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Very funny. Um, sometimes
Is it
poignant.
like a different case each episode?
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I love that dog that went everywhere with him. It was like part husky, part wolf, and it he rescued the dog once, and one time he was drowning in a river, and the dog went in after him, and what happened was the dog's eardrums burst because of the cold water, and so after that, the Mountie claimed that he trained the dog to lip read, and it was like, what? And he would over enunciate to the dog, but the dog always did whatever he was told. But yeah, the dog was deaf. Yeah. So,
Oh no.
uh, yeah. I don't know
Well,
why
they
they
have
don't
it on
play it
YouTube.
more.
They have the whole series.
They do?
Hmm.
Wow.
In HD.
Yeah, you got to start from the
Pilot.
beginning. Don't skip around. Yeah. But I think it was on the same time as for a little bit. It was on the same time as X-Files and Twin Peaks, actually.
I definitely watched Twin Peaks, but X Files I didn't really. It was too conspiracy for me. It like
Oh,
too I guess sci-fi,
well,
and I like more the mysteries.
yeah. No, I did a dissertation on X-Files once, and I delivered it in Syracuse, and which was funny. Yeah, such a stupid thing. But no, so I'm very much an X-Files girl. I did not like the alien conspiracy stuff so much, but I like the isolated episodes, you know, that didn't have anything to do with aliens.
Because
Um,
it was like a different plot line each episode. They would pursue some
they
mystery.
had threads that they continued, but often they would do episodes that had nothing to do with that. So, like there was an episode where they investigated a murder that happened at a self-described freak show, and and it was like, oh God, who's that guy's name? Jeff Rose, and he was real. I saw him at a Lollapalooza, and he was on that episode. Like they would do like a freak show, and it's like, oh, look at me. Um, I'm the Bat Boy. Oh, look at me. I'm the bearded lady. And they had a murder, and they had to investigate it. Stuff like that. Yeah, they had a lot of individual episodes. Um, yeah, so it wasn't always about aliens, though. That was one of the common threads in the show. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know
Yeah.
a lot of it was influenced by Twin Peaks.
Well, it was mainly influenced by the old black and white show called Kochek the Night Stalker.
Oh,
That Okay, so you have who was the creator? Oh, I can't remember his last name. Chris something. He was the creator of the show, and he was influenced by Kochek the Night Stalker, which was like black and white, and it was sort of like a monster of the week show. It was, but that was one of his main influences. Yeah.
Let's see.
Chris. Oh,
Oh,
I
and
can't
I don't
remember.
in the 70s. I don't remember. I remember a show called Night Stalker, but I don't remember
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about the serial killer. Um, it was black and white, and the guy was like a reporter, photographer, and every week it would be like a different supernatural situation, and that influenced the X-Files creator the most. Yeah.
I used to watch Night Stalker. Wait, let me
Did
see.
you?
I remember a TV series, and we only had 3 channels, so it had to be. This was on ABC, and but it was more like a detect. It was this
Yeah.
guy. I think this was him, Darren McGavin.
Oh, there you go.
It was
Mm-hmm.
called Night Stalker, though. Um, there's a 1972 film, but then there was a TV series in 74, 75.
Yeah, they predated me, but I still saw some of them. And Darren actually, he did a guest spot on the X-Files. So that was like a tribute to him. Uh, the creator of X-Files, Chris Carter. Sorry, I got it now. Yeah, I just remembered. But yeah, Darren did he did appear on one of the episodes. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. B, you remember it? Was it called Night Stalker? That's what I remember it as.
Yeah,
But it looks like that the X Files guy revived it in the 2000s. He did like a reboot of it.
they did a reboot, but it wasn't, it was like they used that actor from Ireland. I can't remember his name right now. They tried to reboot it, didn't work. It was terrible. I tried to watch it, and it's like, nope, not the same thing. You don't have the magic. You don't have the
Oh,
magic here, and it sucked. And so they took it off the air really fast. Yeah.
oh.
And I think that actor, he played Lestat in one of the Anne Rice vampire movies. Um,
Oh, I only saw the first one with Tom Cruise. I'm
yeah,
not even sure I knew they made other ones.
yeah, they
Interview with the
did.
Vampire?
No, I think it was uh, rats. Uh, shoot.
Wow, they did a
Leg.
TV series of it too.
Yeah, they're doing a TV series right now. Um,
Oh, Queen of the Damned with
Queen of the Damned. Yes. Yeah.
the one that was the one that died, Aaliyah.
The one. w-
She was the Queen of the Damned, and she died in
Oh,
that plane
yeah.
crash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was in it. And you're right. After, I don't know, some time went by, and then, yeah, she died in a plane crash. Yeah. Yeah. Um, but the guy who played Lestat, he was the guy who played Kochek the Night Stalker, the revival, which didn't work at all. I'm pretty sure I have that right. I could be wrong, but I
Stuart
think I'm
Townsend.
there you go. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I don't know. Salute to X-Files and salute to Twin Peaks. Salute to David Lynch. And I don't know. I guess I should be going. Um, but yeah, when you come towards the screen in that hat, it's like a flying saucer attack. It's like, oh,
Oh
there's a
yeah,
flying saucer coming. Ah, oh,
there's the aliens, and salute to Garth Hudson. I remember the
okay.
band, but I don't know the individual members. I know it was Bob Dylan's band. Um, but yes, salute to Garth Hudson too. What did he
Yeah,
play?
I don't know jack about them. I don't. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. But I don't know. I was really
He's a
tickled that
band nerd.
yeah,
Keyboardist and occasional saxophonist. Okay.
oh. I remember, no, I love that you like the Pixies very much. Um, and Doolittle is a great album, and so that's great. So salute to them too. They got,
That's one of those albums that changed my life. I can't
yeah,
imagine my world without Doolittle.
I know, me too. And I just hate that they had to get rid of Kim Deal. Um,
She was causing trouble though. She would show up high and she would pick
yeah,
fights. She had some issues.
yeah, shit, yeah, definitely. Also, everybody in the band was really introverted. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's hard to keep a band together when everybody has that kind of personality.
It
And
could be because they were only together a few years and then they reunited. And their new stuff is just as good, or some of it's even better than their old stuff. But I was watching an interview with Frank Black the other day, and he seems very autistic to me. He
really,
does not seem neurotypical.
yeah, yeah. I think the whole band was like that. Yeah. So they had trouble staying together. They had trouble promoting them because they did not look like an average rock band.
Right.
They just didn't. And you had
They were college
Kim.
kids
Yeah, there was
or
Kim, and then
college dropouts.
yeah, the drummer. But if you looked at them now, it's like, what? You were in a rock band? You guys look like, well, Frank. He looks like a substitute English teacher, you know, and and some of they just don't look like a rock band. They're introverted, so they had trouble keeping them together, which is it's a shame because I love their music so much, but you know I don't know. And
Yeah, I think they were the
well,
last great rock band.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Well, all right. Bye, Jeff. Have a
Okay,
good day.
Helena, it was good chatting. Have a good rest of your day. Stay warm. We'll
I'll
talk to you
try.
again.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Okay, well, that was a decent panel. We got a few guys. We didn't get any ugly hats. I have to say, Mike, your hat was actually not ugly. I liked it a lot. It was very patriotic. Had the flag on it. Looked like it kept you warm. Um, so we only have to do ugly hat. We don't have to do it every day anyway. So we get all the ugly hats out of our system today in honor of Melania. And then tomorrow we resume life as normal. In fact, as I said earlier, I'm going to be starting the stream later tomorrow. I don't think I'll be back in time to do it at 4 p.m. Eastern. So just look for me sometime tomorrow afternoon. I'll get one going when I get back. Have a good rest of your day. And we might be hanging out in Discord watching stuff later. So you could check there for us. Otherwise, I'll see you sometime tomorrow. She did she work it? I don't know. That might have been a hat fail. It definitely was attention getting. All right. Hats off to ugly hats. Take care, everybody. And death to DEI.